Welcome all. In the last video, we saw three topics which we are going to discuss in this video series: VBE models, data ownership, and virtual ownership. In this video, we look in depth at VBE models, and you need to evaluate where your company's VBE model is. Let's look at the VBE model and their relation to successful companies. So we now look at the VBE model scale. On the right are companies with a strong and robust VBE model, shown in green. On the left are companies with a weak VBE model, shown in red. And in the center are companies with an undifferentiated VBE model, shown in yellow. Let's take some examples. Apple Computers had a weak VBE model prior to 2000, when they had a 2% market share of the computer market, while Microsoft had a 98% market share. This changed after 2000, when they innovated the Apple's iTunes and phone ecosystem, and they put Nokia phones out of business because of their VB model. Two other players went out of business because of their VB model, and they were Motorola and RIM. Similarly, players who went bankrupt because of their weak VB model are many, but some examples here are Kodak, Blockbuster, Borders. We look at other examples in other industries like AI, where IBM Watson and most of the AI companies have an undifferentiated or perhaps a weak VB model. Similarly, GE Digital and GE Turbines, or GE as a whole, got booted out of the Dow Jones Index after 110 years because of an undifferentiated VB model. As an analogy, getting booted out of the Dow Jones Index is a similar indicator of a VB model. Your company is not creating enough value in the ecosystem or economy. We look at others like the telecom equipment providers, Nokia, Huawei, Ericsson, and the IT service providers. And we will dwell in depth in both these industries in a later video. Also, when you look at the cloud model, even when you have a similar kind of cloud value, you have companies with a strong VB model like Amazon AWS and companies with a weak VB model like IBM Cloud. And then in the center, you have Microsoft Cloud and Google Cloud, which are undifferentiated and trying to play catch up with the leader Amazon. We look at some companies which have a culture of VB innovation like Toyota, Amazon Retail. Some companies which had a strong VB model earlier and they started going down once their VB model started weakening. And today Google search is on the top of its VB model. Microsoft was up to the year 2000 and SAP up to 2000. And they have transitioned to the other cloud model, of course, Microsoft, but they are struggling because of the VB model there. And then there are other examples like Google Enterprise Telecom Operators, which have undifferentiated, and then Tesla, which has innovated new VB models, and it will have to look at its VB model and go on differentiating it to keep it strong. Now let's look at VB models and what they are. So one way of looking at it is the value model. What value do you give to your customer? And just for indication, we have taken a scale from 0 to 100. 100 is just an indicative number. It doesn't represent anything other than number. And it basically is where you value map. What's the value you give to your customer? The y-axis is the business model. And the z-axis is the ecosystem. And based on these, you could look at the strength of your VB model, how strong it is, how resilient it is. And there's also a paradigm shift possibility, which we will cover in the next video. And that has a dramatic change on VB models. So let's take an example, real life example, which gives you an idea of how to look at your company's VB model. So in this example, we take the cloud market and the three scales: value model, business model, and ecosystems. And you have all these players here: Amazon at 55 billion as the market leader, followed by the others, Microsoft 15, Google 10, and the rest, IBM at 5 and rest at 15 billion. And all these are competing in the same VB model. Now, the total combined value of these players, for our example, let's take it as 100 billion if you add up all these. Now we are going to illustrate what happens when a player, which is second player trying to catch on, tries to change this VB model. So in this case, it is Microsoft. And if Microsoft tries to play on the value model, it could play in terms of increased availability or reliability of its cloud services. And it could change it to gain market share. And it could gain market share from 15 to 20 at the expense of other players, while the total cloud market remains same. Another value play for it is to reduce price. And here again, if it plays it, it increases the value for its customer and starts gaining traction from competitors' customers. But then the market size reduces. So this is one axis of play. The other axis of play could be a business model play, where they could play on a faster migration or easier migration compared to the other players and try to increase revenue that way. And here in this example, it increases revenues to 25 billion US dollars at the expense of other players. Similarly, it could use an ecosystem play to increase its market reach and build a vibrant ecosystem in which the ecosystem also gains if it gains. And they could use this to increase their revenue stream against the other players. So using these three levers, they could look at the resilience and strength of their VB model. So even if the value is a bit less, it could be compensated by the ecosystem or the business model. So a play of all three decides the market value of your enterprise or the revenue streams of your enterprise. So I hope this concept is a bit clearer now with this example. Now we come to something called the paradigm superfactor. And this is very interesting. And we are going to cover this in the next video. So you can change a VB model overnight because of a paradigm shift. And any company needs to be on the lookout of what's the next paradigm shift, which is going to happen in its industry. So we'll cover it in the next video. And after that, we cover that you can change the VB model just by rearranging it. So we'll take a classic example there of how a company has done it before. Thank you.